So as I was saying, over the weekend I've been watching the new show on Amazon Prime, Jeremy Clarkson's farm. AW702 potentially. There. What does that say? That's the feed's finished now. I've just done the dry cow load and stuff. Well, good morning everyone, welcome back. It's, what day is it today? It's Saturday today. I'm just jumping onto the class here. There's a load that wants put out, so I'm going to do that. Well, someone sorts tyres on the milk taxi we've got to fit the cars. Tyres have gone flat, new tyres have come in, put them on and sort that out, so I'm just putting this out for him. We've got about 7 tonne in the feeder at the moment. We're feeding the right hand side, sorry, the middle group and the lows group at the moment, so there's going to take it down to 3 tonne, so 2 tonne each side, so that we can put the cake in, obviously, for the fresh cows, like we've talked about in the past. Just simple logic really, same thing every weekend. But what I have noticed is there's brand new tyres on the feeder wagon. Last weekend I had a puncture on the back right hand side tyre. The tyres were practically all bald anyways, ready for a change, so you come and change it, said we were ready for new tyres. Fixed the puncture, obviously he must have come back a few days later to put new tyres on, full new set. So he's got them on now. I'll show you them in a minute or so. I'll get this load out. Then what to do is, there is some other things to do anyways. Look how close he's put it to the wall. Not been kind to me at all. That mirror is practically on the wall. In fact, I think it is touching the wall because it's not on the angle it was before. There we go, just get it away. Tell you what I've been watching this weekend. Tell you what, I'll set the camera up and I'll... So as I was saying, over the weekend I've been watching the new show on Amazon Prime, Jeremy Clarkson's farm. This camera's not on my side today. Yeah, Clarkson's farm it's called. Really enjoying that. So if you haven't already, if you do have Amazon Prime, I definitely recommend checking that out. See, because I like it, because yeah, it's Jeremy Clarkson, and Jeremy Clarkson's good fun, he's a laugh, but there's also some good tips in there for farming, things like that. Obviously Jeremy's a beginner in farming, a bit like me, so he's learning from the start really, so you kind of learn with him, and yeah, I found it really useful and funny. I got all the episodes watched in the other day, to be honest, that's how intriguing it was. There's the old feeder wagon tyres. There they are, ready to go on the pit. That's what they'll be used for now. Let's go on the silage clamp. Added to our huge collection of tyres already. So I'll get this feed put out and see what comes next. Tyres Bkt'S. That's what the contractor runs on his TMs, Bkt'S. So they look alright. Look quite well. Just letting this mix now with the nuts in that I've just put in for the fresh crew. Then feed one side, come back, put some more nuts in, feed the other side. And then it's a dry cow load. the feed's finished now. I've just done the dry cow load and stuff. So when you turn the feeder wagon off for the night and things like that, you turn your hydraulics off and you unplug your electrics for the feeder wagon just down there. Otherwise overnight it'll drain the battery, obviously, so you want to make sure those are taken out, so you don't need to jump start it in the morning. You don't really need to turn your hydraulics off, it won't cause any damage. You probably would in the long term, but if you forgot one night it wouldn't really matter too much. It's the electrics that you really need to take out, but just always take the hydraulics off for the maintenance of the machine, really. Keep it in good working order, and then obviously when you pull up, put your handbrake on, turn your engine off. That's it, that's all you need to do. So once again, there's those tyres. I was trying to read them before but I couldn't read them. It's Bkt'S AW702 potentially. They're, what does that say? 13.0/65-18. If that means anything to anyone. Doesn't to me. I think I've just got some water in my welly. Lovely. I've got a few holes in these wellies now. They're due for replacement soon, I'd say. But yeah, that's the feed's done. On them again tomorrow. And then see what else is on. We're about to start milking now. It's about 10 to 1. Yeah, 9 to 1. So we're about to start milking. Get that all done. Finish about 5. Get home, get showered, and get ready for tomorrow. Just sat in the Maxim here, and I just thought I'd show you my latest addition to the tractor. So I bought a Bluetooth radio for it a few weeks ago now, so I've just fitted that in last weekend. They were running it on it was pulling the pipes, the big rolly thing for the pipes. Well, there was slurrying, so I haven't really had a chance to use it. But it's in. It was a pain to put in because there's little, I wonder if I've still got the old one here. Yeah, I have. Basically, there's little, this is the old one here, and these metal bits, when you put it in, slides right in. Obviously there's things that plug into the back and stuff. There's 2 that plug into there, that's only got 1 for some reason, and there's power that plugs into there, but it did have 2. But when you slot it in, you need to somehow fold these up at the same time as it going in, and that's what holds it in place. But they're just such a pain to get up when it's actually in there, because you have to reach through there. Oh man, it's a pain. Also, I've noticed someone's taken my phone holder off, and someone's taken the PTO light off, and they had the top of this bit off as well for some reason. Probably to get that key through. It just keeps falling through. There's a little rectangular piece that just kind of sticks on and holds it in place, otherwise it just falls right through like that. You can still start the tractor and stuff fine, but it's just a bit of a nuisance really, so that needs repaired. And they've knocked all the things off my tray. They've only had it for like a few days on a slurry reel. It's not like they're actually using it for much, just parking it up. And they filled the rollers on. I don't know where the other one is. There it is. It's absolutely staying here. There we go. I also need this looking at as well, because if you remember when it was on when the class was on the muck spreader and this was on the feeder, this is where the 3-point pin thing plugs in for the electrics on the feeder. Someone's yanked it off, so they broke, and I think it's fused out of that as well. So now I can't use the CB because that attaches into there and doesn't work, so I can't use that, can't use the kettle. So that all needs fixing really. Shame, but it should all get fixed. And we'll see what else happens. I just need to get this phone holder back on and see where it goes. But I think I shall end today's video here. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you on Thursday, so stay tuned for then, and I'll see you all then.